So today's video is going to be my eyeshadow palette collection. I thought I would share with you because in my last decluttering video, I was going to do my eyeshadow palettes, but I told you guys I didn't really know if I'd be getting rid of any of them. So a lot of you told me to just do a collection video showing them to you so you could still see it because you were interested. So I definitely want to film it for you guys. I don't think I have too many. I do tend to pass them along if I don't use them, but I still have probably more than I need. So I thought I would jump in, share them with you guys, tell you about my favorites and which one I recommend. So if you're interested, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I keep most of my eyeshadow palettes in this drawer. The only exception would be if I have them in my everyday makeup drawer, but for the purpose of this video, I just threw them all in here. So this is my palette collection. So let me go through and show you guys every palette that I own and just give you my thoughts on it. Okay, so in the first basket, I just have my 3 Urban Decay Naked palettes. I have the first one, and I don't know what it is, but I feel like no matter how much I use these, I never hit pan on the shadows. I've used this palette quite a bit, even though it looks like I have it, and it is definitely still one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes. I think it was like my first high-end palette or my second high-end palette. Then I have the Naked 2 palette, which looks like this. This is probably my most used Naked palette. I feel like I used it a lot when it first came out. And then I have the Naked 3, which I've been using a lot recently. I just uploaded a tutorial using this if you guys want to check it out. But I absolutely love this. I love these palettes so much. I feel like they're just great on their own, but they're also really great together. They're just great quality and I can't get enough of them. Over here I have my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I also have the second one, but I have absolutely no idea where it is at the moment. My room is just, it's so messy, but I love them both. This is the first one. If you guys haven't seen it, it is amazing. I love neutral eyeshadow palettes. I get the most use out of them, and I just think that this palette is great quality and just has a great range of shimmery and matte eyeshadows, and I like the second one even better. I think that, again, they're great together, but they're also great alone. The Lorac Pro palette is probably one of my most used eyeshadow palettes. I normally keep it in my everyday makeup drawer, so this one's a little messy just because I use it so often. I should probably clean it off, but I love this palette. I think that especially the matte shades are amazing and the shimmery shades are great. They're just super pigmented. Recently I actually purchased the Lorac Pro 2, and I'm sad to say I haven't really used this a whole lot yet. I need to play around with it, but I'm having like a harder time gravitating toward it since the shadows are more on the cool side. I'm just not even sure exactly. So you guys will have to let me know if you have any favorite looks using this, and maybe I'll have to like do a week where I just use this palette and see if I can create anything. But I do think the shadows are as great of quality as the first one. It's just, I don't know, I haven't been reaching for it as much. Back here I have my only Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. This is the Maya Mia palette. I really like this. I got it this summer, I believe, and I feel like the shadows are really gorgeous. I wouldn't say they're on par as far as like Urban Decay, Lorac Pro quality, but I think they are good quality, and I just think the colors are really unique, and I just think the packaging is really pretty. And then behind that I have my Smashbox Full Exposure palette. I got this last spring, and to be honest, I haven't really used it that much. I think that the shades are nice, and I'm a neutral fan, but I really don't ever use this. I need to definitely try to use it more, or otherwise I'll have to pass it along to someone else. Over here I just have some smaller eyeshadow palettes. I have this one from NARS. It was limited edition. I think it's called And God Created the Woman eyeshadow palette. So this is what it looks like. These were my first NARS eyeshadows, and I like them. Again, they're not as good as Urban Decay or Lorac or Too Faced to me, but they're okay. If you guys have any NARS eyeshadow recommendations, you'll have to let me know in the comments below because I just haven't tried a lot of them. Then I have my Urban Decay Naked Basics palette, which I absolutely love. I use this so much. Again, I'm not sure why I haven't hit pan on the shadows because I use them really often, and ever since I got this, I've always used it. And then I have the Urban Decay Naked 2 Basics palette, which I love as well. I have a whole review on both of these palettes, so I'll link them in the description box below. But this one just has cooler eyeshadows. I haven't really used it quite as much as the original, but I do like it. I need to use it. I think I might start this new thing where I kind of pick a palette and use it for like an entire week or maybe even an entire month. I don't know. If you guys want me to do like a video on that, let me know, and maybe I can film some of my looks using it throughout the month, or just let you guys know how it went at the end of the month. But I really do want to start using other palettes other than like my regular ones. I have some of these Lorac palettes. I forget what these are called. This is the Get Hot eyeshadow palette. I believe I got it from Haute Look. This is what the shadows look like. It's just a really, really warm palette. These shadows aren't as great of quality as the Lorac Pro palette is, but they are really, really nice. And then this is just like the cooler toned version of that palette with some really pretty cool shades. Haute Look always has Lorac on there, so I would definitely recommend checking Haute Look if you haven't already, because you can get discounted Lorac products. Then I have my Maybelline The Nudes palette. I have a review on this if you guys want to check it out. I'll link it in the description box below. I like it. It's definitely a good drugstore eyeshadow palette, considering drugstore brands don't really come out with very many eyeshadow palettes. Then I just have my Lorac, I think this is called like the Mint Collection eyeshadow palette. It came with like a lip gloss in it, and it just has 6 shadows and a blush, and it's really nice. I think these shadows are really pretty, and I was obsessed with this palette for a little while. I like that it comes with a really pretty blush too. Back here I just have 3 Go palettes from Coastal Scents. These were a part of BoxyCharm a little while ago, but these just come with a bunch of different shadows. They come with 12 different shadows. They have like a large mirror on them, and these are actually super pigmented. I'm a big fan of Coastal Scents eyeshadows, and I like that these are just kind of like smaller versions of their big palettes, because that way you can just easily store it in your makeup collection, or you can travel with them. The problem with like the huge 120 color palettes is that I just never find myself using it, but I feel like these are just a lot more wearable and a lot more usable, and I like how they're compact. Over here I just have 3 of the Wet n Wild eyeshadow palettes, and honestly I never find myself using these, so if I was going to declutter I would probably get rid of these, so I think I'll pass these along to someone else. They're good quality, they really are. I don't know what it is. I just have my favorites and I usually stick to it, and I feel like a lot of the colors in these palettes just aren't ones that I usually wear. But if you're looking for a good drugstore eyeshadow palette, I would say that these Wet n Wild palettes are even better quality than Maybelline The Nudes. I just think they are really pigmented and soft. For some reason I just don't gravitate toward them. Over here I just have some Too Faced palettes. I absolutely love the Too Faced eyeshadows. I don't know why I don't really own more of their palettes, but I have the Natural at Night palette, which is just some really, really gorgeous kind of like golden romantic shades. There's a lot of shimmery shades in here, and they're really unique. I don't own anything like them. And then behind it, this was actually my first high-end palette. I love this still. It's the Too Faced Natural Eye palette, and this was back before they made it a little less bulky, but it just comes with 9 shadows. I remember I bought it because Juicy Star 07 raved about it, and I loved it. I used it so much when I first got it, and I still really like it. Back here I just have the Lorac Pro To Go palette. I really like this because it's just great for travel. It opens up like this, so you can set it on your vanity, and then it comes with 6 eyeshadows, 3 matte, 3 shimmery, and then some blushes and a bronzer. It's a really neutral palette, so I feel like you can get a lot of different looks out of it, and I think it's definitely on par with the regular Lorac Pro palette. And then back here I just have this I got from my sister a while ago. It is the Stila Masterpiece Series Eye and Cheek palette. So this comes with 3 little books that has a bunch of different eyeshadows and then like a blush in it, and it's really cute. I had never tried Stila eyeshadows, and I like them. I like how it just comes in this little case. I just think it's a really, really cute palette. I haven't really tried a lot of their shadows, so make sure you let me know in the comments below if you have any recommendations, especially like if you guys think Kitten is worth it or their foil eyeshadows, because I've been curious about both of those. So back here I just have some palettes that I don't use too often, or they're just too big to kind of fit like in the main part. So I have this palette from Gorgeous Cosmetics. This just has some really gorgeous bright shadows. I love having this just in case I ever do want to wear some really fun colors, and these are really, really great quality. They're super soft and pigmented. And then of course I have my MAC palette. How pathetic. I have a 1 MAC eyeshadow. I think it's an espresso, and can I be completely honest, I haven't even used it, so please leave your MAC eyeshadow suggestions below. I seriously am going to go on the website as soon as I upload this video and you guys start leaving suggestions and pick out shadows to fill this palette so I can try them, because I've seriously heard nothing but good things about their eyeshadows, and I'm so behind. I'm like, it's so ridiculous that I don't have any MAC products. And then I have my BH Party Girl palette. This is from BH Cosmetics. This is okay. The shadows are really nice and pigmented, but this falls apart, as you guys can see. Other than the fact that it's not the best quality and the shadows will fall out, I feel like they are pigmented. There's some really gorgeous shades in here. And again, I just like having some brighter shades in case I ever do want to wear them. And I don't know, I really like their palettes. I just feel like they're just the actual packaging is not the best quality. Okay, so back here I have my Lorac Mega Pro, which I've absolutely been loving. I hope they re-release this. I feel like it was like a terrible release and so many people weren't able to get it, but the shadows are amazing. I think Lorac shadows have to be tied for first with Urban Decay shadows for my favorite because they're just so smooth and pigmented and they look so gorgeous on the eyes. Then I have this Too Faced Joy to the Girls palette. I got this from Haute Look a little while ago and I actually have not even tried it. I'm telling you guys, if you're not signed up for Haute Look, you have to sign up because they always have higher end products on sale. Like I got this for, I don't even know, like $14 maybe, and obviously it was like a limited edition palette, but I haven't worn it yet. I have so many palettes that I like, so I need to get into this and try them out, but it just comes with some really pretty shades. And then the last palette I have way in the back here is an old palette. It's from Sedona Lace. It just has a bunch of neutral shades in it, and I think this is really good quality. It's always nice to just have a range of shadows in case you actually do need these. I love eyeshadow palettes for the reason that it just gives you a lot of different choices. So that's basically it. That's my eyeshadow palette collection. You guys will have to let me know in the comments below if I'm missing any eyeshadow palettes that you think that I need, or if you have any recommendations for me so I can check them out. Eyeshadow palettes are definitely my favorite, and as you can tell, I gravitate toward the really neutral eyeshadow palettes. So thank you guys so much for watching. I should have a makeup collection and storage video up soon. I would say probably next month, so make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!